Gary, second year in a row down here at Pye Park, and unfortunately a similar result. We didn't come away with the points, and again, too many behinds on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious really, Pete. You know, if you don't do the little things in a game, you're going to get exposed, and we exposed ourselves because of the lack of conversion and the lack of care with our skills, and we gave them enough opportunities to dominate forward half, and in the end, what was it, 11 points or something like that? So, yeah, we don't really put an enormous amount of pressure on Collingwood as such today because we just didn't have enough good positive play forward half. I thought our back half was okay and some of the construction of play was all right. But if you're not kicking goals, mate, you may as well not even be in a position where you're actually going to get the ball inside 50 to score goals because we just can't kick goals at the minute, and that's been a malaise all year.
Seems to be this common trait with AFL reserve sides. If you get on top of them early, they don't put up a fight, but they're sticking around at three-quarter time. They seem to find a way to roll over the top. Yeah,
well, because we just couldn't score. Simple as that. You know, the amount of times we get it within goal scoring range to convert, and of course we don't. So how do Collingwood counteract that if it actually goes through for goal versus it does if it goes through for a point? They get the ball back in their hands, and generally most sides are pretty skilled at working the ball out from a kick-in, so we're just giving the ball straight back to them. So there's no real element of double pressure, if you like, scoreboard pressure, and also to the way we play pressure.
Looking at some of the better players and some of the possessions as well, the usual suspects at the top, Chris Kane, Fleming, Valenti, Baird.
Yeah, it was, but look, you know, we've got to also look at the future of the footy club, you know, whether it's Toby Plant, you know, standing up for his first game, whether it's Tommy Gordon continues to play quite well. Julian Rowe, I thought, was very good today in a lot of facets of what he had to do. And we need, you know, Wade Skipper, Paddy McMahon being a ruck combination together, who I thought they toiled pretty manfully today. So the alleviation of what we need to do to get it away from those really good players playing well, we've got to have a greater spread right across the board, and that's the aim. So we'll just continue to chop and change and see what we can find, and every game now is just so important, but we can't look any further than Bendigo now next week because we dropped another game we should have won today.
Just quickly on the injury front, Billy Burston had a bit of a corky last week in the game against Geelong. How's he been coming along during the week?
Yeah, he was probably 60-40 to play, but in the end, another guy that had the risk of potentially being injured. We couldn't afford it today. I thought we were going to lose a couple of guys early on there too with injuries, Timmy McMillan and Danny Hughes, but thankfully they were both able to play, and Billy should be right for next week.
No disrespect to Bendigo and their position on the ladder and how they haven't found a winners yet, but is it an opportunity to try and experiment with the side next week? No,
not at all, mate. Not at all. We just need a win. As simple as it is and as true as the words are ever spoken, we just need a win. You know, we need a game that will no doubt be tough. We need these guys to actually keep believing that they can compete and compete hard, keep believing that they can score goals. Otherwise, you're just going to roll over, and that's not part of my vocabulary, and it shouldn't be part of the players' vocabulary. So today was an improved performance, but really when you think about it, 11-point loss because purely and simply of what we did. But Collingwood won the 4 points and they're so vital, so good luck to Collingwood today.
Borough TV is a Port Melbourne Football Club production.